Alright, it's been a long time since the last idiot recap, so let's get back into it with Injustice 2. Make sure y'all subscribe because I can see who is not subscribing and who is, so... We open our game and quite literally everything is falling apart. We see Kara, who would become Supergirl eventually, is running away from meteors and a bunch of weird looking robot guys. This Kryptonian guard gets fatalityed by the brain bot, and then Kara notices a big ass Squidward hit in the sky. Supergirl gets to safety towards what looks like a planetarium, where then the Squidward tentacle drone starts beaming up Krypton and basically left that bitch as a crater and then zooms away into space. Kara is scared shitless and gets saved by her mom, who's blasting these brain bots like zombies in The Walking Dead. Kara's mom sets up escape ships for her daughter and her baby nephew Cal. Kara gives her mom a hug and sets her in the ship as she watches her mom get scalped by the brain bots. Kara is weeping in the spaceship when she sees little baby dude Superman in a similar spaceship as their entire planet gets destroyed into oblivion, and the cousins are knocked off course away from each other. Luckily, I'm not gonna have to change the name for the multiverse characters for this game, so Bruce Wayne gives us a rundown of the first game. If y'all want to see that, I suggest watching the first part of this video. It's a pretty good video. Flash to several years ago, and we see that Batman and Robin are arguing about Superman having time to grieve, so we can assume that this is shortly after the Joker's death. Batman and Robin glide down into Arkham, where Cyborg tries to blast him out of the sky, but Robin crashes down on a building as we enter our first fight. Batman grapples up and then slams Cyborg on his dumbass head as Robin appears behind Bruce. Batman and Robin infiltrate Arkham Asylum, causes some chaos from behind, and then Batman literally punching this dude in the face until his brain is yogurt. Wonder Woman shreks her way through the door, where Wonder Woman then draws her sword to try and kill Batman. Batman tells Diana to fuck off as he blasts her out of the sky with the Batwing. Batman grabs Diana's lasso and asks, "Where is he?" And then this directs us to Cell Block C. In the brig, the Doctor gets mollywopped. Man, Arkham Asylum security fucking sucks, but what else is new? Superman appears as the prisoner lets go of the Doctor. Batman crashes through the roof, and we have a Dawn of Justice level stare down. Superman tries to compare all of the prisoners in the asylum to Joker, and Batman questions Superman's stay of execution. Batman said he wanted to kill his parents' murderer, but this was also not what Lois wanted for Superman. Batman detonates a red solar grenade, which I guess stole Superman's powers. Batman whoops the ass out of Clark for a little bit until he knees him directly in the nostril. Robin randomly pops out with Victor Zsasz with a knife to his neck as he asks how many women that Zsasz has killed. Zsasz then says 121. Damn, he's definitely got a couple of new kill streaks off that one. And Batman tries to stop the death as he calls Robin's son, where then Robin opens up Zsasz's carotid artery as Batman gets royally pissed. Robin spin kicks Batman and then tells him, "Then stay on your side, Batman." Seriously, what kind of voice acting was that? Batman shows his master status against Damian, and Robin calls him a coward for letting Joker live, and how he didn't even try to save Jason. Superman then flies Robin out of there as Batman stares upon Zsasz's corpse. Flash to the present day, and Batman is talking to Lucius Fox about something called Brother Eye. That has to be secretive because it's Batman. We see Green Arrow and Black Canary making their way to Wayne Towers. Batman then enters his fourth Batcave in the series, and then he shows us a big-ass supercomputer, which is Brother Eye. We then see the genius operating this thing, and it's Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn shows off that Gorilla Grodd, big-ass Caesar-ass smart-ass monkey is getting a shitload of fear gas from Scarecrow in the Slaughter Swamps. Bird, Arrow, and Quinn head to... They see Deadshot and Scarecrow conversing about an attack, but this is when our team gets tied up by Poison Ivy. Harley thinks Ivy is here to take down Crane, but Ivy is mad because Batman hasn't cared about the green. Harley is able to cut herself out of the vines, and then she goes to beat up her ex-girlfriend. Harley blaps Ivy with her hand cannons, and this is when Scarecrow starts pumping hella fear toxin, where Harley has a larger smoking tolerance. Scarecrow sprays her with his new formula, and then he shifts into his final form, which is pretty badass. Harley blows up Crane and then feeds him to her hyenas as she caves in his skull with a baseball bat. Scarecrow tosses a Willy Pete, and Harley gets transported to a demented version of Joker's Funland. Harley calls out for her pudding, where then Joker appears. No, like actually, why do me and this Joker look alike? Joker starts trying to convince Harleen to become the Harlequin again as she hallucinates stabbing the shit out of Batman, but she has more willpower in this game to drop the knife. Harley smacks the gun away from Joker and they go into some domestic violence round 2. Harley gets some shots on the fake Joker and then butts him with her pistols before she falls back into reality. Green Arrow blows up the transport boats carrying the shipment, where then Swamp Thing randomly pops out. Swampy guards the green on the earth, but Swampy cool. I say that as Harley has to set him on fire a few times. Harley pulls out the mallet and smashes in the thing as she then starts to explain the situation. Swamp Thing is understanding and blocks the team from gunfire off of Scarecrow's boat. Harley offers Swampy a spot on the team, but Swampy just turns around and goes home. Kara flies over to Egypt, where Black Adam and Wonder Woman awaits. Apparently Adam founded Kara's ship, so that is probably how she got wrangled up in this team. Supergirl really wants to fight in this war to help her cousin, but her parents aren't letting her do shit. The married couple and Harley Quinn head over to Gorilla City, which sounds like a road trip for the boys, but anyway. Gorilla Grodd starts readying the Monkey Brethren for a war against the regime in the Justice League, as he calls out for the Society, consisting of Scarecrow, Deadshot, Bane, Cheetah, Gorilla Grodd himself, Poison Ivy, Captain Cold, and Catwoman. Arrow and Canary pop in, where Canary then screams and sends back half of the society. Bane and Catwoman go to fight, and Canary looks to kick in Catwoman's shit. Canary screams in Catwoman's face to knock her down, Green Arrow gets yeeted across the battlefield, and then Arrow gets readied up for round 2 as they look to snip Bane's tubes.
His venom tubes, Ollie?
Arrow shoots one of his own, but then Bane snaps his favorite arrow in half and then hammer fists him. Arrow uses his full arsenal on the Spanish beast, freezes him, and then stomps on his gut. Canary appears from behind and cuts Bane's tubes and then rightfully kicks him in the face. They look for Grodd, but out of nowhere pops Dr. Fate. Fate can see into the future and tells them to come with him as they will not be able to survive. And this is when Canary kicks him into the air, screams him to the floor, and then super punches him. Canary takes off his helm, and Dr. Fate says that he has lost control, and that he will have to talk to the Lords of Order as he has changed fate too many times. The couple batter a couple of monkey warriors as they toss Harley's body at them. Arrow fires some arrows, but Grodd stops them with his mind powers. Canary clears the banana-driven warriors, and then we got a Ollie versus Monkey fight. Ollie gets Grodd down and then lays into him with hella arrows to take down the general. Arrow threatens the monkey warriors and then locks in some comically large handcuffs on the gorilla. Grodd tells them that they won the battle, but they have already lost the war. We then see a big-ass spaceship appear and then beam up Arrow and Canary while Grodd maniacally laughs, still stuck in the handcuffs. On the spaceship, this dude makes a badass entrance and we see that he is an alien from the planet Kolu named Brainiac. Brainiac uses his tentacles and locks our team into place. Canary tries yelling at him, but it has no effect. Arrow asks Brainiac what he wants, and he says that he's looking for Superman in order to get rid of every Kryptonian. Brainiac is interested in Earth, where he says that he collects worlds to enhance his intellect and then just throws the planet away. We have a big-ass attack underway in a metropolitan city as the brain bots start to invade. Bruce tries to get an update on Gorilla City, where Brainiac has hacked into Brother Eye. Brainiac has absorbed the network of Brother Eye, and it cannot be hacked back into it. Batman suits up for war against the Brainiac, where we cut to some brain bots hopping on the Batwing as Batman tries to escape. In Egypt, Kara notices the big-ass ship on the crystal ball and then recognizes it from her childhood trauma. Superman is in his prison cell as Batman walks up to the glass and demands information on Brainiac. Batman alerts Superman of the invasion, and Superman says that you can't beat Brainiac without him. Batman says nah, no thanks, and then runs out of Superman's anger. We at a research station where we see Barry, or the Flash, who has been pardoned by the regime. Flash then gets an SOS on the radio about the invasion, and he zooms over to Metropolis in mere seconds. This dude gets vaporized. The brainbots line up a bunch of civilians and are ready to execute, but Flash is too fast and he takes down all of the bots before they can do some damage. Grodd and Brainiac see that Flash has returned to battle as they predicted. Deadshot is on a rooftop and he shoots at Barry's legs while full speed, which I don't know if I can believe even that Deadshot can hit that, but whatever. Captain Cold looks to be the cleanup crew as he shoots Flash in the knee with his freeze ray. Flash then disposes of Cold with a sound clap thing. The Gorilla Army and Catwoman are escorting their prisoner, Harley Quinn, where then Catwoman cuts Harley free and they start committing monkey assault on the kingdom. Catwoman is revealed to be Batman's mole in the society. Deadshot appears and shoots some bullets at Flash, where he then grabs a hold, and he says Grodd put an explosive in his head, so he has no choice as he stabs into himself and Flash. Flash uses his zoomy powers and boots Lawton in the face. Out of nowhere, Flash then gets a ninja kick by someone. We then see that Reverse Flash has joined the society, and he chases after Flash all the way to Gotham City. The two Quicksters start having a speed of light fight, and then Reverse Flash soccer kicks his ribs. And this is when Obard says that he's stuck in a paradox because the regime killed one of his ancestors. Flash doesn't give a fuck and super kicks him into oblivion as Reverse Flash runs away. Green Lantern randomly appears and he says that he was locked up by the Guardians and was given a second chance as a Green Lantern. Flash takes his friend back in time and throws his body into his past self to end the fight. Hal and Barry make up as Flash try to convince Batman to let Hal on the team. Lantern saves Bruce from being crushed as he just walks away, as Batman remembers he needs to widen his circle of trust. Green Lantern heads down to Atlantis to talk to Aquaman, and obviously he's not too keen on having Hal's trust. Hal is almost then overtaken with some random rage as he starts beating the shit out of the Fish King. Hal slams down an Atlantean statue on Arthur to knock in some sense into him. Atlantis begins to shake as the Brainbots start to invade the oceans. Brainbots start to fill the room and Lantern holds them back, but the wall then gets broken down. Lantern then throws a truck at the remaining bots. Cheetah swipes Hal in the back as she tries to get Wonder Woman's location from Hal, but Hal just instead blickies her with a mech droid. Lantern uses a minigun and mows down the bots as Aquaman tells Hal he is the rear guard. Bane pops in with a dead Atlantic soldier, and then Green Lantern pops Bane in the balls and then drops a bunch of girders on him. Hal starts to feel the rage again and he nails Bane in the face with a hammer. Aquaman gains Hal's trust as a red portal starts to open, where Atrocitus and Dexter of the Red Lantern Corps seem to be messing with Hal's head. Atrocitus says Hal is not absolved from his sins of the Sinestro Corps, where then Atrocitus throws up all over Hal, where then Dexter the cat vomits all over Hal. Okay. Atrocitus whips out a Red Lantern ring as Hal tries to fight back. He then continues to burn him. Green Lantern whips out the Green Lantern's oath and he has enough willpower to challenge the Red Lantern. Hal dons the mech suit and peppers Atrocitus to end the battle as Atrocitus and his cat friend boom tube away. Batman looks for more firepower against Brainiac, where Flash thinks that maybe they should let Superman out as Batman tells them that Firestorm and Blue Beetle are on the defense. We then see Jason, the Professor, and Blue Beetle are talking about taking down the aliens. Jason says that they are all badasses, but the Professor says that the only things between a crisis and an apocalypse. Blue Beetle suits up, and then Jason and the Professor fuse together into Firestorm as Brainiac starts to invade. We see Wonder Woman and Black Adam blow a hole into the side of the prison, where Jaime and Firestorm start to get worried. We see Robin sell that he has no clue what's going on, as the roof gets ripped off and we see Kara drop down his gear. Black Adam hears the boys' plans as Firestorm goes to restart the generators. Adam says Jaime is a naive boy with too much power, just like the deceased Shazam. Well damn, that cut deep. Blue Beetle dons a scabbard and cuts Adam down to size. The duo run into Batman's son, where Firestorm then tries to light Nightwing ablaze. And yes, it's now Nightwing, not Robin. Firestorm heats up to blue and then singes Robin to the concrete. Cyborg is trying to crack open Superman's cell, where Superman then reunites with his cousin. Firestorm and Blue Beetle can't believe it, as Superman realizes that his protector has finally arrived. Firestorm and Jaime ambush Cyborg, but Cyborg is alerted from Superman, and this is when Firestorm gets his heat block from Cyborg's shield. Superman's cell then powers down, and Beetle looks ready to take down the Tin Man. Beetle and Cyborg measure dicks with their hand cannons, and then Beetle destroys Borg with an even bigger blaster. The team power up the cell and dull Superman again, where Superman then starts talking shit, where then Kara appears and wraps up Firestorm, where then Jaime gets lassoed by Wonder Woman. The Professor pulls out some kryptonite to weaken down Supergirl, but Kara doesn't surrender as she whaps Firestorm in the mush. Wonder Woman tackles Beetle off of a platform, and Firestorm looks even more determined to incinerate the Kryptonian. Firestorm does some weird fire chemistry bullshit and blows up Kara to stop the fight. Beetle flashes up to his amigo, where then Wonder Woman tells us that the battle is over. The Professor and Jason start having an inner monologue with each other, and Firestorm tells Jaime to leave as he's literally about to nuke their location. Wonder Woman goes to kill him, but a batarang knocks the sword away, and Batman tells Firestorm to stand down. Batman confronts Supergirl and Wonder Woman and says that he can't beat Brainiac alone. Batman then does the unthinkable and unlocks Superman from his prison cell. Superman and Batman agreed to save the world and stop Brainiac, and then Superman asks to never be put in that cell again, but Batman says we'll get to that later. The Monkey and Brainiac are alerted of Superman's escape and finds out that of the two Kryptonians. All of the Alliance are at a table prepping for Brainiac's attacks as Batman takes Firestorm into a private area. Firestorm apologizes for the nuke stun at the prison as Batman alerts him of a discreet mission. Cyborg will have to hack in the Brother Eye as we see the Kryptonian clan walk into the room. Batman then tells the table that there is no regime and that we do not kill. Superman then asks why Bruce kept it as he pulls off the tablecloth to reveal the table of the Justice League.
Well, shit.
Batman then says he forgot it was there. Our next mission teleports Cyborg, Catwoman, and Harley Quinn to Arkham Asylum. Some pheromones appear and Harley falls into Poison Ivy's arms as she uses some hypnosis. Poison Ivy wraps Catwoman's neck and then she has to kick the crazy out of Harley. Ivy and Selina recall the torture from the asylum in which Catwoman was spared, as Ivy then continues to talk more shit as she says Cyborg ain't got
no dick, no balls, and probably no butthole since this guy feeds on radiation.
Harley begins to go into shock as Catwoman goes to save her friend. Cyborg then blasts the living deforestation out of Ivy with his cannon. Harley's heart has seemed to have stopped as Cyborg is able to shock Harley back to life with some defibrillators as Harley asks for it again. Deep down in the underground, the trio finds a secret passageway into the Batcave as Harley salutes them inside. Cyborg reads some heat signatures and blasts away a bullet as Deadshot and Bane appear. Bane calls Selina a traitor to the society and Catwoman goes to scratch out Bane's mask holes. Catwoman scratches and spin kicks Bane in the nose to end the fight. Brainiac appears on Brother Eye and starts his manipulation on Cyborg and Catwoman. Brainiac shoots out a beam and it looks like Cyborg's soul literally manifested into a real being. This thing is named Grid and it's basically an anomaly made from Cyborg's intellect and it's almost like a rogue AI. I don't know. Cyborg blasts himself into Mordor to stop the attacks. Cyborg is able to do more cool hacking skills and somehow locks Brainiac out of Brother Eye. Diana and Kara appear in Metropolis, and Diana thinks that the attack is pointless, but Kara offers her hope. We flash down to the occupied streets where Wonder Woman and Supergirl start destroying some more goopy brain guys. Wonder Woman is slashing away, and then Kara gets blasted by a Doom BFG held by Cheetah. Cheetah blasts Wonder Woman into a bar where the owner then raises his gun at the door only to be frozen down. Reverse Flash starts bully punching Wonder Woman, where then Captain Cold starts trying to turn Wonder Woman into a Sub-Zero statue. Diana deflects the ice attack and freezes Obard. Snart then tells Wonder Woman that she killed Golden Glider, who was Captain Cold's sister. Wonder Woman doesn't care about his dead sister and jump kicks him as condolences. Reverse Flash breaks out of his cold state and then tells Diana that in his timeline that she's already dead. Diana makes Obard her bitch and bashes him with the shield. Superman finds Woman and Clark is horny. Wonder Woman gets convinced already, and they look to kill Batman and the regime. Honestly, this is like a Homelander scene, I'm not even gonna lie. Superman starts the trauma dump where then Diana sticks her sword through the fake Superman that Scarecrow made. Diana wakes up from her toxin coma, and Scarecrow plays some mind games as he then shifts into his Arkham Asylum form. Wonder Woman bashes in his head with the shield and stomps the sword into his pelvis. Crane tries to spray Diana, but she cuts the fuck out of his hand with her sword. Cheetah finds Supergirl exhausted and claws at her face, where she then claws the side of Kara. Wonder Woman comes to the rescue, and then Cheetah replaces her shoulder bone, where we then get an old showdown. Wonder Woman slays the monster after a spinning sword stab. Harley gets Kara up and shoots Diana's sword out of her hand. Harley then tries to stop the killing, which is ironic, and then Harley then verbally destroys Diana's love life.
How much blood is on your ledger, Quinn?
Bucket's full, honey. I was trying too hard to impress the wrong guy. Like you with Superman.
You done fucked up now!
Harley then gets a sword through the gut out of Diana's rage. Supergirl smacks Diana away as Harley is starting to lose too much blood. Kara lasers Harley's wounds as Diana appears, and this lets Kara drop her directly on her crown. Kara then flies Harley away to go get some help. Superman, Nightwing, and Black Adam are catching up on their plans, and Black Adam looks to return to his home. I know it's not Egypt, but come on. Superman is angry that Kara had helped Harley from death, and then Kara infers that Superman killed the Joker. Kara then asks how many others has he killed. Supergirl gets stopped by Nightwing, but Supergirl makes quick work of Dickwing. Also, I know that this is Damian, but I know y'all love Dickwing in the last video, so. Black Adam tries to stop Supergirl from leaving, but Kara has some repressed daddy issues and she freeze breaths him. Superman appears and tries to weigh Supergirl back on his team, but Supergirl instead laser eyes her cousin through a meteor, and then Superman gets crushed by several other falling meatballs. Brainiac is starting to collect cities already, and everyone calls a truce for now. Big ass Squidward ship begins to beam up a skyscraper as many lay dead on the ground. In the wreckage is Dr. Fate, who tries to help a woman, but the Helm refuses to let him. The Helm then tells him that Brainiac is the Order. Catwoman and Batman fly in on the Batwing, and a bunch of little drone guys start popping out as the whole super squad start getting rid of the bots. Batman's missiles don't do shit, and Brainiac activates the shields. Superman saves Batman from falling, where Supergirl goes flying by, and both Kryptonians get caught up in the field and shot back down to Earth. Superman wakes back up to see that his entire second home has ended up just like his first. Superman starts force striking the Squidward ship on every angle, but then Superman gets shot back down. Holy shit, this game looks amazing, even for 2018. Superman stares into the face of Squilliam, and Brainiac beams him onto his ship in a big-ass explosion. Justice League version whatever rendezvous up, and Kara can't hear Cal's heartbeat. Batman then says how much he'll miss Superman. Aquaman, Lantern, and Cyborg appear and tell Bruce that Atlantis has been lost. Wonder Woman blames Bruce for Superman's loss, but as the Discord compiles, Brainiac appears to talk some more shit. Brainiac is quite literally going to blow up the planet if they don't give up Kara. Batman obviously refuses, and Brainiac gives them 1 hour to reconsider. Black Adam is going to power up the Rock of Eternity with some magic to overload Brainiac. Aquaman's trident will be the medium that they need to direct the power. Adam and Arthur appear in Kahndaq, where the rock is hidden in a pocket dimension to avoid sight from Brainiac. Adam opens the portal, and Brainiac and Mr. Monkey catch wave. Grodd pledges his allegiance to Brainiac, where Brainiac then sends him some more soldiers to go extract the rock. We then see the mind control Green Arrow and Black Canary with the guerrilla warriors ready for a battle. Aquaman then uses the help of the Kraken to take down Dinah. Brainiac is beaming down some more people as Grodd talks through Ollie. Grodd then tells of his plan to find Brainiac's weakness and kill him to become even more powerful. Black Adam disposes of Green Arrow with a lightning slam. Adam opens the portal where Blue Beetle appears and says that Batman told him to become his backup. Inside the temple, Adam goes to power it up, where then Jaime blasts him on the throne. Grodd appears and reveals that Beetle was a sleeper agent, where he then orders Jaime to kill them. Aquaman then has a Leviathan eat Blue Beetle and then pokes him with the trident. Grodd gets blasted away from Adam. Adam beams some lightning on Grodd's head, but it just blasts Aquaman instead. Adam punches Gorilla Man through a pyramid and then destroys a national monument to incapacitate the monkey. Grodd calls Adam and Arthur stupid humans as Aquaman then drives the trident into Grodd's side. Aquaman then drives it right through Grodd's chest and twists. Rest in peace to our big-ass monkey boy. Aquaman has to go take a shit as he holds up his trident, and then Adam directs the lightning with a Shazam and then shoots the beam of magic into the sky. Cyborg hands Batman a signal disruptor as they then see the various storm clouds direct all the way up on the Brainiac ship. Brainiac is starting to lose control as it knocks down his ship's shields. Batman flies up onto the Squibber ship and crash lands. Batman comes face to face with too many brain bots, where then Kara just lasers them all in half like she's Homelander. I know I'm making a lot of boys references, but sorry. Supergirl can hear billions of voices from behind a wall, and they find Brainiac's collections of worlds that he has stolen/destroyed. As Bruce and Kara look at the countless planets stolen, they get wrapped up by Brainiac's tentacles. Brainiac phases Supergirl through a wall as he tells the brain bots to dispose of Batman. The bot shoots a scorpion spike, but Superman flies through them all and catches the kunai. Cal saves Batman from certain death, and Bruce tells Cal about Kara's kidnapping. Batman and Superman run into Firestorm, who has been fused into one collective being. We then see that Swamp Thing has also been hypnotized by Brainiac's power. Superman then super blows on Firestorm's belly to knock him down. Swampy knocks some shit out of the way as Batman avoids a console thing and then kicks him in the mushy face. Batman then blows up the Swampy monster guy with the Batwing. Batman scans Firestorm and Swampy's signal, which they were able to disrupt their link with Brainiac. Firestorm is back to normal and Swamp Ass is just sitting there like he just threw up. Dr. Fate randomly pops in to Bruce and Cal, and Fate tells them that they have consequences to their cosmic crimes, obviously under Brainiac's control. Superman takes the dock into the atmosphere and slams down into Brainiac's ship to stop the melee. Batman grabs Fate's helmet and hands it to Superman, where then Superman uses all of his power and crushes the helm of Fate. Dr. Fate then apologizes for attacking and admires them. He demands that they all keep order, and then that's when suddenly Fate gets a tentacle through the chest and then he fades through the wall. Brainiac appears and says Earth's decline cannot be reversed. Brainiac is quite literally 100% overhauling Batman and Superman right now as he tosses Batman hella far and then mollywops Superman with a haymaker. Superman flies back up and smacks him right back down. Superman, by a single pube hair, uppercuts Brainiac and knocks him out. Batman begins the signal disruptor on Brainiac's body, where we then see that Kara is about to get vivisected, whatever the hell that means. The brain bot powers down and the clamps are released to Supergirl's confusion. Batman then says that Brainiac's mind is the CPU of the ship, and because he is unconscious, the ship is plummeting down out of the sky. Superman then has an idea and he hooks himself up to Brainiac's ship to save the worlds that are still aboard. Superman is able to bring the ship back up into the sky. Brainiac wakes up and punches the fuck out of Batman. Brainiac then tells them to relinquish the ship, but Supergirl laser eyes him in the spine. Batman drops a smoke bomb and appears behind them. Batman is then able to cat tackle down Brainiac for a second time. Superman can't leave the seat until he can save all of the cities, and we start to see them start to fade away and beam back down into the surface world. Wow, how convenient that all of the architecture was saved. Superman collapses after restoring the cities, and Superman says that he couldn't save everybody. Batman says that some of them were lost or wiped from the ship's memory, including Metropolis. Superman is fueled with rage and looks ready to kill Brainiac. Batman demands to keep him alive so that they can restore the other cities. Diana tries to use the Joker as an example of this, but then Batman just shanks Superman in the chest. Batman has a gold kryptonite dagger that he got from Firestorm's secret mission. Wonder Woman is able to wrestle the crypto knife away from Batman, but now everyone is on different sides again. Batman throws down a smoke bomb and then spin kicks Aquaman away. Green Lantern gorilla grips Superman and then tosses him out of the ship. Batman is able to shoot Arthur with the Batwing to settle him down. Aquaman with a trident strike, but then Batman just drives the trident through Aquaman's leg. Batman gets a shock from Black Adam and tackled out of the ship. Batman headbutts Adam in the sky, where then Batman gets dropped, but we all know that motherfucker got a cape. Batman takes the god on a spin and then boots him in the teeth. Batman tells Supergirl to lead Superman to the Batcave as Batman hops in the Batmobile. Batman prepares for war and gets in his kryptonite waste batsuit. Batman and Supergirl then ambush Wonder Woman and Superman as Bruce and Diana smack each other around for a little. Batman then grabs Diana and breaks her fucking neck with the grapple gun. Batman and Superman start to reminisce about when Cal told Bruce that Lois was pregnant, and Batman says that they miss the people that they were then. Superman then bashes Bruce right in the nostalgia. Batman shoots the grapple gun into Clark's chest and then kicks him down. Batman starts getting the upper hand in his fist as Soup falls to the ground. Batman then royally fucks him up with a power strike. Superman is now down for the count. Superman has been taken back as a prisoner and he has his kryptonite cuffs. Batman has deemed Superman way too dangerous and Cal is being sent into the Phantom Zone. Superman begrudgingly walks into the portal as Supergirl says that she isn't okay. Batman tells Kara that they never ruled the world, they protected it. Batman then offers Supergirl into his circle of trust with a handshake as the game ends. Thank y'all for another idiot recap. Sorry it's been so long since the last one, just kinda didn't have any games that I thought would kinda fit into the series, and I hope you guys had fun listening to me play Injustice 2. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, I'm looking at you, you monkey creature. If you haven't liked or subscribed on this video yet, make sure you do it because then I'll be posting a lot more frequently. Love you all, and I will talk to you all later.